Let's first start by just recognizing everybody here. I'm Attorney General Kwame Raoul, my good friend, Director Brennan Kelly. We have Chris Feller, Cybercrime Specialist for Icac. Chris Train, Illinois State Police Division of Investigations. Nate Macklin, State Police Division of Investigations. Special Agent Ryan Caney, Illinois State Police. Tim Diamond, Deputy Attorney General, Criminal Justice. Joel Marasco, Chief of Criminal Enforcement, AG's Office. Dave Hazlitt, Bureau Chief, High Tech Crimes. Lyle Evans, Division Chief Investigations. Tom Barola, Deputy Chief of Investigations. Terry Shield, Deputy Chief of Investigations. Ron Wolfick, Icac Task Force Commander, and Zeus Flores, Supervisor. I'm glad to have all these hardworking partners here to highlight today our collaborative work that we do to fight internet crimes against children. We are generally proud to partner with the Illinois State Police in a number of ways, whether it's fighting Medicaid fraud, working to uphold public integrity, working on the task force with regards to unemployment insurance benefit fraud, working together on policy such as the police certification legislation recently passed. But one of the areas that is very critical for us to highlight is our work to try to protect our kids from being exploited on the internet and to fight internet crimes against children. I guess I should have taken this off so you could see me. The Icac task force is one of 61 Icac task forces throughout the country. Within the state of Illinois, we preside over the Icac task force in 101 of the 102 counties. It's comprised of more than 225 local, county, state, and federal law enforcement agencies. Since 2006, the Attorney General's Icac task force has been involved in more than 1,780 arrests of sexual predators. We provided internet safety training for nearly 1 million parents, teachers, and students, and for more than 23,000 law enforcement professionals. 2020, as we've dealt with the pandemic, was unprecedented for all of us and extremely busy. But we've definitely seen a significant uptick in cyber tip reports and incidents that we've had to respond to. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children serves as a clearinghouse for public and electronic service providers to report online child exploitation. There was seen an increase of reports with regards to Snapchat and Instagram involving young people sharing minor self-produced content. Also an increase in viral content, people sharing online material containing child sexual abuse material in an attempt to raise public awareness on social media. We project for this year there being a 16% increase in reports. You know, the examples of our successes in investigating some of these incidents is reflected in some of our collaboration recently in Livingston and Fayette County. So, Our work in Livingston County, for example, led to child pornography suspect admitting to taking pornographic photographs of children and sexually assaulting a 4-year-old child he photographed. In Fayette County, it led to suspect being apprehended. Suspect was assistant youth pastor and a teacher's aide, and being charged with possessing, disseminating, and reproducing child pornography. Recently, we attained a conviction in Peoria in a case that we co-prosecuted with the U.S. Attorney's Office. It involved a sting operation of a defendant who traveled to Kankakee County to meet someone he believed to be 14-year-old. You know, I can go on and on with examples of these horrific crimes targeting children of the youngest age. And that's why our partnership with the state police is critical. Since 2018, our Icac task force has handled over 225 cases within the state of Illinois. With that, I want to pass it on to our Brennan Kelly, Director of State Police.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, good morning, and thank you, Attorney General, for your commitment and the commitment of your team to this increasingly important partnership between the Attorney General's office and the Illinois State Police. In 2019, as part of ISP's strategic planning as we enter the second century of the state police serving the people of the state of Illinois, Governor Pritzker signed an executive order reorganizing and modernizing the agency to better focus on growing and emerging threats to public safety. The Division of Criminal Investigation was reborn at that time with a mandate to focus on violent crime, gun, drug, and human trafficking, public integrity, and crimes against children. Criminal investigations such as these are increasingly digital, and that demands greater investments in training and technology and greater partnership between local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies to pursue criminal activity in the cyber world. This partnership with the Attorney General to investigate and prosecute internet crimes against children is the perfect example of those priorities, investments, and joint criminal investigative approach. In 2019, and then in the years preceding, there was no doubt in anyone's mind that the circulation of exploitative images of child pornography through various cyber mediums on the dark web or through continuously evolving digital apps was increasing and under-investigated. The investigation of these cases is specialized and highly technical, and the tradecraft involved requires diligence and unique training that many local departments simply don't have. This is where the ISP has stepped up, and with the Attorney General's assistance, the ISP is using the resources provided by the AG to increase the investigation and prosecution of internet crimes against children. In 2018, the Illinois State Police investigated 9 leads of internet crimes against children and made 1 arrest. After we began this partnership with the Attorney General's office in 2019, after beginning this Icac partnership, the ISP has pursued 71 leads in 2019, leading to 19 arrests, which was just in that first year of this effort, a 700% increase in leads and nearly 2,000% increase in the arrests in just the first year. That upward trend continues in 2020 with 99 leads and 24 arrests, and we are continuing on that pace again for 2021. I expect we will break that record as we have in the past preceding 2 years. The rate at which evidence of crimes against children involving these exploitative images committing crimes against children is alarming to all of us, even seasoned career law enforcement professionals, and it reinforces why we must continue to fight this fight. Pushing back against the distribution of these grotesque images of child exploitation requires continued and increased vigilance by all of us, members of the public, that suspect this kind of criminal activity should report it to the Illinois State Police. I want to say thank you and highlight in particular the work of Special Agent Caney from DCI Zone 3 and Sergeant Macklin from DCI Zone 2. And I may have just mixed up their zone and their rank, and I apologize for that, fellas. But you're doing a wonderful job, and they really are tremendous leaders in terms of their investigations and the work that they have done in their zones as this partnership has continued to grow and continue to produce these very alarming but important results. I just want to say that these are brutally difficult images to investigate. And the psychological and mental toll on these special agents and officers and investigators cannot be overestimated. It's an incredibly challenging burden to have to review hundreds upon hundreds of these diabolical acts, and it weighs heavily on their soul. But to stop these crimes, someone has to do it. And day after day, these outstanding officers sacrifice a little bit of themselves and their own well-being to protect everyone else, and we cannot thank them enough.